everybody, Prowl here, and we have a huge pre-release update set of patch notes that came today. Now, if you want to get this news ASAP, I do go over these while I am live on stream. They're often released while I'm live, and then we hop into the preview immediately and actually go through and show and look at everything and figure everything out. But I wanted to come to you guys after the fact and make a video of this so you could see everything that's going on with this update. There's a lot in here. There's a flamethrower. There's some new like hairstyles and stuff. There's some crazy new water mechanics and lava mechanics that I found as well when I was kind of playing around with things. I have a little bit of feedback that I'll give inside of this too. I'll try to keep those parts short, but just some thoughts in my mind of how to make these updates a little bit better, just in case Simon or any of the team members decide to watch and they want to know some of the things that I think. And also, I encourage you guys to give me feedback as well. What do you think about this update? Every little piece of it. It's okay to offer some critiques and say you do or don't like something, or to suggest changes to these things. Remember, the Hytale devs are listening. Before we get started, if you'll do me a solid, click the like button on the video to show YouTube that you like it so it goes out to more people. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already so you keep up to date with all the news, live streams, and other information that I put out here on the channel. And if you're recommending a friend or family member buy Hytale, make sure they use code PROW8413 when they purchase. Thank you for that. Now here's the patch notes, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of scroll through them. I will include a link to the patch notes in the description below, but I also wanted you to be able to pause the video here and see any of the individual lines. I will not be going over every single one of these notes in game because some of them I can't really go over in game and some of them aren't worth going over in game. And to be honest, some of them I'm not an expert at. I don't want to try to pretend like I know something that I don't know. So those things I'm not going to go over as well. Okay, let's scroll a little bit faster here. And there we go. Let's hop into game and go over everything. So where we're actually going to start here is the avatar menu, my avatar. And what they've added here in the top right hand side are presets for your avatar. You can save up to 10 different presets, so you can have different styles that you may want to look like depending on whatever, different people to play, different looks that you want to have, slight variations on the same skin or completely different skins. It is all up to you, but it is all done in here. You can just swap between them by clicking. You can click the edit button to edit the name. And when you click the add preset button, you select your name or type your name in here, and that creates the preset. Whenever you make changes to the preset and then you hit save, that's what does it. So if I do a randomized look here and hit save, and I go back into my avatar, I can go to main. Here I am. This is me. And then here is the one that we just made to make the two different types of presets. Now, a lot of new avatar customizations have been added. So I want to go over those with you. To my knowledge, when they do these, they mostly just add them at the bottom. So when we go to eyes, we have two different eye types. We have goat and we have square. In the face area, if you scroll down to the bottom, we have added an eyeliner option and a blush option. These are makeup options that have been added. I'm no makeup expert, but I will say I would think that maybe you would be able, they should add like colors, I think, down here so people can select different colors for these things. There are 5 new hairstyles. You have the magical ponytail. You have the puffy bubble braids, the mohawk, the double braided ponytail, and the long braided ponytail. I will say, as far as hair options goes, these are really good. Like, these are very well done, very nice options. There are 4 new facial hairstyles that are included as well. You have the split mustache. Let's do a darker color so you guys can see it a little bit better. So the split mustache, the pinstripe mustache, the anchor beard, and the Viking number 2. Also, if you go to the cosmetic section where the shirts and stuff are, if you go to gloves and go down to the bottom here before all your like pre-order edition things, you have the spiked bracelets. In the hat section, scroll down to the bottom, there is a headband that is now available. I think it's right here. You have a headband. You can change the color of his headband to different colors. If you go to the pants section, there are 2 new skirts. Now, these are listed in the Curse Breaker Edition section, but I think that could possibly be an error because it does not say that in the patch notes. But you have the punk skirt, which goes really well with my shirt right now. And you have the plaid skirt. These do have different color options as well for you to choose from. I don't think I look too good in them, but maybe you do. And then lastly, if you go to the sneaker section, scroll down, there are these new shaped sneakers. I think these things look really cool. I quite like these a lot. And here's the first big update. They have given us a flamethrower, and you have maybe seen this on Twitter already if you're on Twitter, but if not, yes, you can burn things with your flamethrower. Now, as you can see here, the flame doesn't go very far. I think it'd kind of be cool if it did, but just so you know, I just want to point this out now. The flamethrower for now and for potentially a little while will only be available in creative mode. They are not putting this in survival mode, at least not yet. It may eventually go there, but it's not going to be there yet. Look at that little like eye thing in there. I wonder what that even is. I don't know. That's interesting. But in any event, it's not coming to your like exploration worlds yet. They probably want to balance it a little bit better, get its mechanics really good, and see what people do with it in creative first before they bring it over to exploration mode. But as you can see, there is a fire spread system. I can burn this tree right here, and you'll see it'll catch on fire and it'll burn pretty quickly. And what happens is all of the logs actually change over to burnt logs, just like you find in Zone 4. And if I were to give a critique about this, I have a couple. First, I think the flames should probably go a little bit further, would be fun. The flames also spread and burn things very fast. That whole tree is gone already. And now this one is going, and that'll get this one, and this one might get this one, and it'll kind of keep going. I think the fire spreading should be a lot slower, 4, 5, 10 times slower even. I'm not really sure. But it goes a little fast right now. It looks great though. It really looks good. I do believe the flame is very like proximity based. You can see like I'm back here now. The flames are still there. I can't see them anymore, and I'm not super far away. So maybe they'll need to give us a render distance on that, but I think it would be cool to be able to see them from far away. Simon did mention with this that they may add in an option to turn the fire spreading off. I really hope that's the case, but at the same time, I want to be able to still set things on fire. So it would be really cool, decoratively speaking, maybe, to have a build and then have a tree be partially on fire, or a build partially on fire, or even be able to set blocks on fire. Like if I could put fire like all across here on the ground, so I could have the grass actually on fire and stay on fire, but not spread. That could look really cool. I would love to see that. But anyways, that's the flamethrower. Yes, it can be used in some pretty interesting ways. You can torch mobs with it. The mobs do not give you cooked meat if you torch them. I feel like they probably should, but they don't. At least I don't think so. No, it gives me raw meat. Number 2, I'm trying to think of what this was. There's certain things that you think would burn that don't. I'm pretty sure probably all of this will burn, but there was like a tent. The leather on it didn't burn. So there's some things that don't burn. And then another thing, how cool would it be if this is how you got burnt wheat? What if you could burn wheat and it would actually give you burnt wheat like you can find in Zone 4 to get charcoal? It might be too easy of a way to get charcoal, to be honest with you. I don't know what your thoughts on it are, but it's a cool idea at the very least. And a few other final notes from these headline feature section that I want to bring up to you. You'll now get a notification and a sound effect that'll play when other players attempt to sleep in your world. That way you know that somebody else is trying to sleep and that you should potentially sleep as well in these multiplayer world situations. Also, there is another note here about added black and red iron color variation for metals. Not really sure what that means. If you know what that means, let me know down below. And corrupted worlds will now display warnings and modal dialogues. So I think you'll get a notification knowing or letting you know that a world is corrupted, I guess. So that should help some people that come across that. Now, next, we got some new blocks in. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe limestone itself is already in the game. There's also the cobbled limestone, which honestly looks really good. I kind of need to find some of this stuff. This looks like a great path block. But they've also added limestone gravel, which looks really good. I like that quite a bit. And a lot of limestone variants as well. So we have limestone bricks, which I'm gonna make a critique about if I can get it to show up here. Here we go. So you get these variations in the bricks sometimes. Let me clear spot my inventory so I don't have the preview. You get these vertical variations in the bricks sometimes. You see that? Those variations are coordinate specific. So you can break this and replace it as many times as you want. It will never change. Same with this. I don't think I like that because I might be doing a build and I don't want that there. Or I might want it right here for some reason. So I would say if they're going to have a variation, have it be like a percentage chance to show up when I place the block. So then maybe I can control it by placing it like this, or make it a variation that's accessible via using the hammer or crafted. We also have the decorative limestone brick. This guy right here looks really cool. We also have the ornate limestone brick, which I think also looks really good. I like that quite a bit. And you have the smooth limestone brick. Another thing that I hope to see them do as well, not just with this, but with everything, is some of you may know you can press the R button to rotate things, right? Rotate. I wish we could rotate stuff like this. Like if I could rotate it like this way or this way would be really nice. This one looks like it's the same face on all sides. This is the same face on all sides. But yeah, like if I could rotate this around this way, because you see here how it faces, I think there's no way to directionally face this. It always faces the same direction. You can't press the R button to rotate it. And I think that's something that's sorely needed. Now you also have this guy, the limestone brick wall, and you have the limestone cobble wall as well. Those look really good as well. This one especially, it's really cool looking. Now we're getting to see some of this right now. There is a note here that says improved weather visual effects for zone 1. So, you know, it's kind of hard for me to compare right now. Like you see these clouds moving, and it's a little bit better. I don't know that I really feel like I'm in a rainstorm right now. It could probably be maybe a little bit thicker cloud cover, make the clouds a little bit darker. And I don't know if are there different types of rain? Let's see. This says light rain. So maybe this is okay for light rain. I just tried messing around with this some. I'm not really familiar with how to change the weather. It's different from what I used to in Minecraft, so I haven't been able to change it. But I guess we'll have to see and trust for now that they've made some improvements to make it a little bit better. We now have upgraded visuals for the furnace. The tier 1 furnace now looks like this. And then when you upgrade to tier 2, it looks like the current furnace does now. I don't know if there's maybe a couple little differences with it, but that's the way the tier 2 furnace looks. That's the way the tier 1 furnace looks. They also updated some visuals with it too. So if I go and let me get myself some like adamantite and some coal, I'm going to throw this in and throw the coal in. I'm going to throw this in and throw the coal in. We now have some interesting animations. You see, you get a little bit of like a wiggle from the block. The block moves some. We have the smoke coming out. You have the fire burning with some visual effects. I think it looks really good. I think the wiggle maybe a little much. I don't really care that much. Like it's fine to stay, I guess. But I also think just the fire crackling, both visually and audibly, and the smoke coming out would also still just be enough. But this is fine. I like it. It definitely adds some extra life to the world, and I like that there's the visual difference between the two now. There's also a note in here for refactored rhino toad attacks. I don't know what that means, but it sounds scary. I don't want anything to do with any of the toads. So here's a super interesting one, and one of the ones that I found the most out about. It states improved fluid mounts and crafting systems. We don't have a lot of information on this. The crafting systems, I think to my knowledge, has to do with a note that Simon left, I think earlier in the week on Twitter. I can't remember if we went over it ourselves, but he is lowering some crafting times on especially some lower tier stuff. So you'll see crafting times improved with lower tier things. I've had conversations with him about the crafting times. We know a lot of people don't like them. And a lot of people like me, I don't really care. It's fine. But a lot of people don't like them. Stay tuned and hold on, because there will likely be a role for automation in some way, whether it be machines or NPCs or something to play when it comes to crafting times. So if you're crafting a lot of something, you'll have some sort of method to be able to walk away from the bench and let the crafting happen. We're not there yet. It might be a little bit before we get there, but we will get there. Now the fluid and the mounts. Let's start with the fluid because I've already tested that one. I didn't test the mounts yet, so we'll check that one out as well after we check out the fluids. Okay, so let's go ahead and scoop us up a bucket of water. And that is one thing that is not improved. It still takes away that water source block from water when you do that. What I found though, and this is just something that I do, I found if you go way underwater, you scoop the water, I don't think it takes the water source away from this far down. So just something you can try. Go a little bit deeper underwater to scoop your water up. But here's the thing that I've noticed. Water will now, let me get a block. Water will now flow way faster. It's a lot faster. I kind of like it. I think this looks and feels kind of good. Here, you can see what it looks like if I don't know, put water. Oh, I should have just scooped that back up in my bucket, huh? There's what it looks like there. And in case you're wondering what it's like to swim up it, kind of like the normal experience. One thing I don't like, it's really hard to like do corners. It's like you're either in or out. You can't be here in the middle and be in on both sides. Definitely would like to see them fix that. But the water flow mechanics seem pretty cool. I don't know, let's put it right here. So you see how it kind of flows down. It finds that path of least resistance. And in that case, it went down there here. In this case, it went down right here and kind of filled in this whole area a little bit. So water mechanics, I like them. They look really good. But here's some of the cool things I figured out. Water really acts in some really crazy ways. So I'm going to get a block on me, a pillar block. I don't know if this is possible right now in the game or not, or like in the live game or not, but I figured this out. So I liked that. I thought it was really cool. So I'm going to get this stone brick pillar here. And I don't know how I found this out. It's kind of by accident, I guess. I'm going to build this little pillar and then put this guy here. And I'm going to take my water bucket and I'm going to waterlog that. Look at what that does. It doesn't spill out at the bottom. Now, maybe this is a bug and it's supposed to. I'm going to be kind of honest. This looks freaking cool. And I don't think they should change that. I think that is fun. And there's not many blocks that I've seen this happen with. There might not be any other ones. Maybe chests. I don't even think chests. Pretty much everything else it spills out of. I like this. Oh, somebody wanted me to check. Can you swim up this? You cannot. I can't touch it, do anything with it. I can't do anything. So I thought that was really interesting. I thought you guys want to see that. Now, we can't scoop up lava yet. I think we need like some kind of special bucket for lava. Maybe an adamantite bucket would be really cool or something like that. But in creative, you can get lava and you can place it. You can lava log the pillar and other things. I don't know if this is new, but this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So this got me thinking a little bit. I started doing a little bit of messing around. This is where I tried to see if I could find other things that I could lava log the like with that wouldn't spill out. I couldn't find anything else. So these are those column blocks just stacked up, and I have lava here just flowing. This is incredibly cool. I love it. And then I put some little trapdoors on the outside like this. Really cool little decorative thing. I would like to see them expand on this. I think this is really neat. Just so you know, if I were to like break these, it doesn't spill out. It stays there. So you could even do something like that where it's fully exposed if you wanted to. I don't know. Really cool building implications there. I like it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I think this is really cool. But also like hide that like that, I guess, too. I don't know. Either way, I like it. Let us scoop up lava and find more interesting ways to make the flow mechanics work like this. Okay, but now I have to figure out mounts, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure this out. Creative tools, spawn entity, horse. Okay, so we have our horse. I can't get on him right now. Oh, I wonder, do I have to like tame him with something first? I don't know what. We'll try a carrot. We'll try an apple. I'm going to take myself. Oh, look, he came to me. Oh, maybe it's because I was in creative mode. Oh, hey, look, he gave me hearts. So look, Oh, he likes me now. I still can't get on him. I don't know if this is a bug. I don't think they've added a saddle. Let me try relogging the world. I've heard of this happening before. All right. Oh, look, he's running away. He's not happy with us anymore. Can I? Look, I can't. Oh, I did get on him. Okay. So I'm on my horse. I get off my horse. He kicks me. He runs away. I pull out a carrot. Here, horsey. Apple? Oh, he had little hearts. Okay, let me put it away. Now I can ride him. I can get off. And he still tries to kick me and kill me. So I don't know what they've improved with mounts, but it's definitely not their behavior. Okay, so another thing that we have here is the updated ranged weapon aiming ballistics. They've improved accuracy. It says added randomized hitbox offsets. I'm not quite sure what that means. Added viz aim tagging, viz aim debug flag. I don't know what that is either. So let's go ahead and let's load our crossbow. You'll see, first of all, it's very predictable where the arrow goes. They all went to the same spot. There is no like randomized aiming. You see, they do have a drop to them still. And here is maybe my biggest problem with them. I don't know if this is different or not. Are these slower or faster right now? You guys tell me. They move really slow. Looks like they need to do some improvement to hitboxes as well. But look, if I shoot this arrow up in the air, it takes forever to travel. It moves so slow. So I would like to see them maybe like speed up the travel time of these things. Let them make them travel a bit faster. Oh, I can't pick that back up. So I threw that spear. Can I pick it back up? It's there and it'll stay there. Also, same goes with arrows right now too. You throw it, you can't, if you shoot it, even if you don't hit your target, you can't pick it back up. Maybe a change I would like to see. It definitely feels predictable now. And I think even the drop feels good. I just think I would speed it up a little bit. Travel times needs to be a little bit faster. Here's the next one. It reads dough now produced using refillable tankard. Tankard now crafted via the farming bench. So let's go ahead and let's get our tankard. It's basically this big jug right here. So now what you can do, here, let me show you by, get a bucket of water. Essentially, the tankard works just like a watering can does. So I'm going to scoop up some water here. Go knock a little hole in the ground, place the water down. And now you can see I can click this with my tankard and it puts the water in the cup. That's what it does. That's it. You can set that down, which looks kind of cool. But that's pretty much it. Now what you can do, we can get ourselves, let's get ourselves a cooking station and let's get ourselves the farming bench because it's, for some reason, this is where you can make it. I don't know why, considering it's for cooking. So here's the tankard, 1 hardwood plank, 1 iron ingot to make, tier 1. And then if you go in here, you can see to make your dough. And then in my cooking station, you can see if I go in here to make my dough, my bread, it takes flour, eggs, and the tankard. Now here's the thing. I have all those options on me now. I have all those ingredients on me. I'm going to put myself in adventure mode. I'm going to craft with the tankard. It uses up my tankard. So now every time I want to craft 1 more dough, I have to do this. And I have to go back and do it again. It doesn't even put it in my hotbar. So I have to even move it. So that's a little cumbersome. Now here's a nice thing. The tankard does stack up to 100, which is kind of crazy. But I think only when empty. So I could bring a bunch of tankards and then do this and fill, but I'm going to have to empty out all my inventory space to do it. So if I were to give my piece of feedback on this, I would say let ones with water stack and then ones without water stack, or have a tankard, have like each individual tankard have like maybe 5 or 10 like uses of water that can be taken from it. I think the stacking probably is better, easier, makes more sense. That's what I think I would do. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. Okay, so outside of these things, there's some more things that I don't really quite know a lot about. You can maybe shed some light on this for me. One says refactored encounters across all zones, added new encounter environments. Zone 3 Trork, Zone 4 Village and Forest, Zone 4 non-forest and non-swamp biomes. So I'm not really quite sure what the term encounter environment means. Does that mean a prefab, like a new structure that you can find? Or is it some type of spawning of mobs, new groupings or spawning types that can occur? I don't really know. So let me know down in the comment section if you know. Also, refactored encounters across all zones. What does that mean? I don't really know. Maybe you know. Now, there is a host of modding and tools things here, those of which I don't really know a lot about, so I'm not going to talk about those. Check out the patch notes if you want to know more. Also, some world generation V2 stuff. Again, this is not really something that's going to affect the exploration world. So if you're a modder, I'll let you take a look at that too. A lot of UI and UX changes. This one says added window size option in video settings. I'm in video settings. I don't see a window size option. So I don't know if they forgot to include that or something. I'm not really sure. They've made some more improvements to the map. It now says that it's updated player, spawn, and home icons. So those things will be updated on, I guess, probably your compass up there. And I guess your home would be like your bed that you sleep in. So let me sleep in that really quick. Let me just sleep in something. There we go. So that's our new home icon. If I get away from that here in the game really quick, you can see what that looks like on the map now. And it says improved world map marker text clarity. So now when you hover over it, you should have a little bit better clarity of text. I actually kind of think it's not super easy to read. They should probably go with something more bold. Maybe even make it a little bit larger. I mean, my eyesight, I have good eyesight, so it's fine for me. I could see though, if you're playing on like a lower resolution, smaller device, smaller screen, something, this could probably be a little bit of a problem. It probably needs to be bolder, thicker font. And last but not least, there is a host of bug fixes and things. I'm not going to go over them. Nothing stood out to me as anything big. I really can't think of any like huge bugs that I normally encounter right now. I'm sure there's some out there. But looking through the list here, nothing major that I think is worth bringing up. So that is what you have coming into update number 3. We have one more pre-release phase to go through. So make sure you subscribe so you can get the news on that from me when it comes out. I'll make sure to update you guys right away. Try to join me here on stream on YouTube or on Twitch at Prow8413, because if the news drops while I'm live, I will go over it live and we'll test it and look at everything. And you guys can see some of the experimenting and stuff. We have a lot of fun with it. We burned a lot of things with the flamethrower, let me tell you. And make sure you share around code Prow8413 to anybody that you know that's going to be buying the game. I would greatly appreciate that. I appreciate you guys for watching today. It's time for me to hightail it out of here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.